if everyone starts doing it, then we just sort of think the world would be a beautiful place.
And it seems like in some of your interviews you also want to show other people that, well, this is also a way to do it. Is that something you want to do? Other bands, I mean.
Sort of. I mean...
Well, like be an example or something?
Yeah. We're not trying to tell anyone how to do anything, but...
we're really just focused on ourselves, really, you know, like...
When you do come across a band that's doing something similar to what you're doing, though, it's very exciting. We're not trying to dominate this idea. It's a great idea, we think, and if other people are doing it, we're excited about that too.
Yeah, you know, Jacob has a record label, Holiday Records. It's just an online label that offers free MP3s of bands that he finds, and you know, a lot of the bands we kind of feel like are doing the right thing, you know, and a lot of the bands are kind of doing something similar. It's not, we're not saying that we're the only ones doing it. We're actually, you know, doing our best to show the world these other bands do, you know, and it just seems like there is like a change happening. It seems like maybe it's all in our head and it's all in our small little world, and I hope it's not.
That's probably enough for me, though.
Yeah,
if it is.
But like finding these bands, and you know, every Friday he'll release like a few MP3s or something, and it's just, you know, these bands are kind of doing exactly what we would love to see every band do.
So then, what if this does take off, and a lot of people start doing it? Will you start doing something else that's?
I don't think so, because we're not really doing this just because no one else is doing it.
It's not a reaction.
We're doing it because we love it, and if everyone starts doing it, then we just sort of think the world would be a beautiful place.
Let's the band. Let's go back a bit. Elkland, you started after God Explosion. You were in Flashlight Party?
Yeah, I was in a few different bands.
Oh, a few different. But why didn't you, why that period of not making music together anymore?
I think when you make music together for a while and then you decide to quit that band, it's just sort of a natural thing to kind of branch out on your own and try different things, to just kind of learn from new experiences.
I think had we not stopped sort of talking and working together, this wouldn't, you know, we wouldn't be here right now. I think it was sort of this time to breathe and sort of grow as individuals.
You actually were a time that you didn't speak at all.
Well, we were just living far apart, and we kind of had grown up together, and then we did Goat Explosion, and we're on the road together for so long, and it was like our musical tastes grew together the same way that we were growing up. So it was like there wasn't a single band that I listened to that he didn't listen to, and vice versa. So, you know, there was a few years there where we just kind of we didn't share every band with each other. So when we kind of started this band and got back into it, we both had really fresh ideas, and I was showing him these bands and he was showing me these bands, so it felt very new. When we started the drums, it felt like starting your first band when you're 12 years old. Because we'd always used synthesizers, and then we just picked up guitars. It's like just learning how to play instruments and just starting your first band. It had that freshness about it.
Yeah.
It felt like.
Why did you start playing guitar? Or more like, if you can't play guitar, why decide to do a band with it? Do music?
It was a whole idea. It was just sort of exhausting. I don't know. Honestly, it was like synths just got really boring to us, you know. And it's such a weird thing to say, because you see like every band now is like buying synthesizers, and everyone has to have a keyboard now. And for us, we were just ready to just kind of hang that up, you know. And the idea of doing something, I don't know, we just started, I feel like for me, definitely, there are times in my life where I'm madly in love with music, and then there's times where I kind of need to sort of take a break. And that was the time that I really fell in love with music, and just became my life, you know, and I don't know.
When you grow up playing synthesizers and you collect them and all you listen to is electronic music, it sounds very familiar and natural, so to us, when we started playing guitars, they were very exotic and strange.
Very new.
Yeah.
Yeah.